wakoma ne kese ano na ukuta no se blows. Esu swama oho. Unya ya nke susu oho. Eye kese pe na se wo asem. So that is basically the size of our kidneys, as big as our fist or as big as our blows. And then also the shape like that of a bean. So now we've seen the kidneys. There are two. They are hiding behind there. They are as big as our fist, and then the shape is like that of the beans. So now let's come. What at all is the kidney doing in the body? What does the kidney do in our body? My name kidneys na edema our body. Two the next yes.
It filters the food and produces urine.
Okay. I say it filters the food we eat and produces urine. Towas. Obantaman kabunya skano. I say sikani nyina yakwa hase ho. So it filters the food and everything we eat and then produces urine. It's true. Let's move on to the functions. Hey. I can't even see that. So let me look at the slide on my phone so that it can help me. So that's the very first function of the kidney. It's supposed to remove every waste which is in your body. How much blood do we have in a human being? Guess. 7 liters. So for a male, 7 liters will do. For a female, just so. Or cut your opinion now. Still dancing in the baba. So for an adult male, we can have about 7 liters. A female, from kakra. It's about 5.5 costs of honor. Nessa mbano, omuja uswade dada. Every month be also omutubigu. So every 5 minutes, this whole 7 liters and now 5 liters, it will pass through the kidney. Every 5 minutes. In Timoko break 5 minutes by, the whole blood has passed through the kidney. It has filtered, it has removed all the waste products, and then it has made the blood new again. For 5 minutes. Into your castle be kidney near Juma, into unquiet dialysis, no say, may no once a week. The body is doing dialysis for you every 5 minutes. So that's how serious it is. It's every 5 minutes, your whole blood will pass through the kidney, we remove all the waste products, and then when we remove the waste products, we need to now put it in water, and then we urinate. So, how much urine should we produce in a day? And question number one, how much urine should we, or how much fluid should we urinate in a day? One John Sokra. So Kabi. Guess. Hey, who's so no more than 5 liters, no 3 liters. Now come on here. Guess. Brafom kakra 3 day. Yes, into 1.2, 1.5 for her. Messi or not there, or yet they are scanning her. So it means about 1 point, or let's say 1 liter, you find 1 liter so that it can be easy. It means that the body, after making all the waste, it has to put in 1 liter of water and then bring it out as urine. That is what the kidney is doing. So if you don't drink enough water in a day, the body will not even get that 1 liter in a crampo, not the waste product in a kuregumu, not the ababonti. So what will the body do? It will go and look for all the water you have stored somewhere and then put it into the waste product and bring it. So that if you don't have so much water in your system, the color of your urine will start to change. It's a bone saying the word so I say Fanta. I say the word so I say Coca-Cola. The correct one should be Sprite. What I say, next word say it's a Sprite. It means that the body has gotten enough fluid and then it doesn't need to concentrate your urine. So if you are urinating and you are seeing say to say yellow no shana and a mediabi and a Fanta and a Mirinda and a Dembium and a Coca-Cola and a Pepsi, it tells you say the kidney is telling you that I'm not doing so well. So that anytime you drink more water, you realize that your urine now starts to become clearer. So the body needs at least that to put the waste product in 1 liter of water and bring it out as waste. So that is the first function of the kidney. Because the kidneys are two, if assuming you have an accident to one, the other one will do the work. That is the beauty of the body. Esan se wuhia nti yakopon aye ni mienu ama enu nti se bibi aka baako a the other one will be able to work well for you. But if you are having a disease which is affecting both, then all of them two are going to die together. I hope you understood. Okay, so the next function of the kidney is blood pressure control. The same kidney helps to control our blood pressure. Why not checking the blood pressure we had? 115. One kai back on one kai ground floor there no. Okay. So your checking blood pressure will always get one on top and one down. So the kidney also helps to control our blood pressure. As a matter of fact, 70% of all the drugs we use to control blood pressure, it works at the level of the kidney. It's very important because when your kidney starts to stop working, your blood pressure will start to go high, high, high. No drug will bring it down. So we are removing waste from the body. We are controlling the blood pressure of you. That is the work of the kidney. Another work that the kidney does is that it helps with fluid balance. That is the third work of the kidney. Meaning, I've told you that when you take a lot of water, the kidney is the one that will determine, okay, insuno no do, it's the kidney which is going to do all this balancing for you. So the moment the kidney is not working, then the water will be poured throughout your whole body. Then you start to swell up. Because the kidney is not there to balance where to put the water. So the first one is removing the waste product. It will put it in the water and bring it out as urine. Next one is checking your blood pressure, making sure that the blood pressure doesn't go too high or it doesn't go too low. The next one, since blood is made up mostly of water, it will be balancing the water in the blood. Where in the one okay, so if you realize that if you drink a lot of water, the kidney will also let you urinate a lot. Because once if you don't drink so much water, it will also reduce the urine that you are producing and will make the urine more yellowish, telling you that we don't have enough water, so we kept it. So this is work that the kidney is doing for you. Next, it helps to produce our blood. So, it was a normal person who saw be one moja near the answer and no one say, a yakokoa, and I said, if I connect, oh, moja and so, the kidney also has something in there. Me ba nyame mbo word kesiye bia ohu. Nti ye mbo word kesiye baako. A friend erythropoietin. In na yankan. Erythropoietin. Good. So the erythro part means red. The poietin part means making. So we are just making the red part of the blood. Normally, the churches who are not taking blood, they are able to go and buy this erythropoietin as a drug, so that when they need blood, we can inject them the erythropoietin, and it will cause their body to start to produce a lot of blood. So erythropoietin can also be bought as a drug. And so when we come to the Jehovah's Witness, people who don't take blood now, sometimes we tell them to go and buy the erythropoietin and we can give it to them. So it's the kidney that is producing this hormone that will tell the body that we need to produce the red blood cell, or we need to produce more blood for you. So it tells you that if the kidney stops working, your blood level too will go down. So you see the problems we can have. Just the one thing we thought kidney could do was just removing waste products. Erythropoietin, making red blood cell, maintaining your blood pressure, removing waste products from your body, and then fluid balance. Then the last one I will talk about is that it regulates the salt in your body. So I have a question. What's the chemical formula for common salt?
NaCl.
NaCl, sodium chloride. So the other one is Mr. What the Baba? NaCl, chemical formula for into sodium, into the kidneys, is the same organ that will be regulating the sodium in your body, the chloride in your body, the potassium in your body. Every salt which is in your body, the kidneys will be regulating them, making sure that they are at the right level. So, since we've talked about all these functions of the kidneys, now we are come to talk about what causes kidney to fail. And then the kidney no I am not doing says that is what come up back. How many people smoke here? Oh. And I may be son dodo. You smoke fish. Okay, remember, so we are come to look at what will cause the kidneys to not want to work. So we are going to look at causes of kidney failure. Now we've seen all the functions of the kidney. Are there a kidney between me and here? But we have some things that can cause the kidney to stop working. There are some which are not too applicable to us. So I'll mention those ones quick. And the ones which are applicable to us, we'll talk a little about it. Okay? So, we have some chronic diseases. Some diseases, first we thought it was for the old people. But now we've realized that the young ones too are getting it. Diseases like, so diseases like hypertension and then diabetes. Can the matter that home? And the question about Kobefaho. What's the name? When answer mommy, diabetes then Kofoko they are born to mama. Anna. Let's go. You have too much sugar in your body. If free him for begumu. Okay. With the science and math quiz. Fancy can come on. So continue. Now let me bring the microphone to you. How you started.
Most of the food that we eat contains carbohydrates, and after digestion, they form glucose, or in simple terms, sugar. And there is this chemical that the body produces to dissolve or regulate the sugar content. When your body is not able to produce adequate chemical to neutralize the sugar, then they settle in your body, giving you diabetes.
So what's the name of the chemical? Hey. Wow. At least I'm happy you are not sleeping. So what's the name of the chemical the body is being producing? See, your friend is saying. So what's the name? Insulin, right? We know that sometimes we can make it as a drug, and sometimes the body produces the insulin. Which organ produces the insulin? The pancreas. So now I have one more question for 10 cities. The organ that the body that produces the insulin is called pancreas. I didn't know more find a pancreas. Oh, the question again. Oh, say you were DMP, who your friend is mau something. No, go fight just and let's say pancreas din. I didn't know what the friend is. I didn't your friend is a pancreas. And then answer no how. It was as a pancreas where didn't be which is called a pancreatic juice. Where this is my microphone.
Which produce 3 enzymes. So we have the pancreatic amylase, that's responsible for completion of starch digestion. Then we have the trypsin, that one also works on protein digestion. And then we also have the lipase that act on fats and oil. Sorry.
Remember 2 out of 3 ana. Sikano se manfa 7 cedi amba. So he has explained the rationale behind it. He has explained the rationale behind it. So when we have something that you call it Pan-Africa, you call Pan-Africa, it's saying all Africa. So when we use the word pan, okay, it means everything, and then krias means eat. So as he explains, it releases enzyme that contains the amylase, the lipase, and everything that can eat everything that we take in. So that's where the word comes from, pancreas. Pan, everything. I think that's the same way we have the word pan, which is Portuguese. I'm say pan is Portuguese. Oh, winning. Oh. We have a lot of Portuguese names. We'll come to that one. That one, I'll be sharing that one 2020. So let's move on. So, that is the pancreas. It produces the insulin and then all those things. Now, so diabetes and hypertension, these are common diseases that affect our blood vessel, and then they can also affect the kidneys. So most of the old people who have kidney failures or the kidneys have stopped working, it's mostly because they have hypertension. That is when the blood pressure goes high, and or they have diabetes, as the gentleman explains, where we have a lot of the sugar in the body, and the body is not able to utilize it, or it is affecting the body. Now, when I started, I told you that for the kidney to be able to bring the waste product, it has to get at least 1 liter of water. So our first cause is that if we are not taking enough water, that is dehydration, you'll be affecting the kidney. So one cause of our injury that we can cause to the kidney is when we are not taking enough water. It means the kidney will produce all its waste products, but there will be not enough water to put this waste product to bring us as urine. So it will be forced to keep the waste product to itself. So dehydration is one of the ways in which we can affect the kidneys. Let's move on. Obesity. Why not that? I know cry there. So be a fire and just so be oh, where do I find why I can see why I find just any obesity there? Yes, we have a hand up. Let's go. It's true. When there's so much fat in the body is no. So, why do you have anybody who has obesity here? Okay, there's nobody here like that. It's true. It's true. It's true. There's nobody here like that. So, it means that cause I will skip it. When somebody is becoming very, 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 very big, then the person is becoming tall, we call it obesity. When you grow big, you are supposed to also grow tall. That's how the body works. If you grow big and you don't grow tall, you'll be like a football, right? And if you grow too tall without growing big, you'll be like a pencil. So it means that when you grow big, we expect you to also grow tall. But we understand that as we are growing, we'll get to a level that we cannot grow tall again. And if you continue to grow big there, the next one we are going to talk about is herbal medication. Bibiduro. Mate Dr. Boatin ewa hase. A baby. And then time and that's so. Ah. Okay. Dr. Amuzu. Okay. Na dem bio. And then Dompe blue and white. Okay, a movie in any time that so dompe blue and white. Dr. Boateng, Father Martins. Wow. Dr. Koforidua. Wow. Say no. Say no. Now let me come here. Why not a baby drawer has it? And why not my baby drawer man waha? Bako or chido, and why be mu? Bako so has it. Or Baba Chere how send no see a baby drawer no. What's so dear home? So I'll give the opportunity for one of them to talk to us about how I must see a baby drone. My understand. Muntio.
Oui. Normally, no, I am there. Sometimes I can't say, go on, me feeling malaria symptoms, me call malaria test, me won't say me malaria. Men call clinic and a hospital, just searching for what do you call it? Our young, those know our young, yeah, you know, me searching for no, me no, na matete na leaves no, na ma ohro ho, me ohro wi na ma posa, na fi ma sonne so, na ma nom. And minimum and no man say 1.5 liter na back no liter na back. I will be okay. Even minimum half of cramp no may okay. And sometimes they do also why you have maybe a friend no code ubin and code ubin. That was I think for the friends and even two friend no and tenengo. You do not uchema won't say imuni yellow. Fita style, and also another liver, and also for malaria. 20 doing synchro, mahogany.
Also, Baba Church, I would anymore. Bra.
Sika year and swing no what's one sign jail be into Yasa in the other interview don't wear any sir. So what what's the jail sika ni bi? Nso sika no nso wo ja to ho a ebe say na fi o man nso ye boka.
And watch them. The interesting thing is that most of the drugs now, the mom or hospital, no, pina ye free plants no. Ye free plants no. Change is the woman say, we yashada ifine free ho. Afa me ye here our plants no no. Ni aye ne drone ketwa de ama wa obetumi anom. Nas 3 days na obenoma nanka edrono ede ana yade no eko. So most of our medications that we give to you in the hospital, we get them from the plants. For example, our malaria medication, we used to get them from the quinine plant. That's the neem tree. Quinine tablets no. also no more quinine syrup. No. So we understand that the plants that we have, they contain medicines in them. Now, so how a binomo no. Na quantity a no 1.5. Okay, 1.5 more 2 year. Wakuma 2 year. Na quantity a obesi no. I remember last 2 years I was at work and then one of my colleagues called. No, my colleague was present. No, say, when we say Papa be a tom bibi draw, now we be a broofing base at 10. One yam odiugu bibi draw no more. On cancer. That was around those times they from Flagstaff House, say Jubilee House. So that time, So on cancer when we say Papa no anyam broofing base at 10 tablets. Odugu bibi draw no auto no more. I will say on cancer. So I told him to talk to the nearest police to get the man arrested. So we understand that the plants that we have, they contain medicine. And then if you are able to extract the medicine well, you can solve a lot of diseases. But because sometimes omo ye bibi draw no ebua hygiene kakra enka ho ne adusua kakra enka ho nti no wakaka nyama ni pia bomo. So now we have herbal doctors, people who are being trained in the university for 6 years. Into Kolebu ebu or herbal doctors or even Tafu here we have herbal doctors. So if you are going to those people for your herbal medication, no problem. Oma kohun school 6 years. No more we say drone. Into onosa no oma gallon. Ama won condom for 10 days and now 1 month. You need say malaria draw you no 3 days. So we found out that a lot of people are abusing herbal medications now. And Yasa said we've talked about the fact that the kidney is the one who's supposed to remove every waste product. When you are taking a lot of this herbal medication in big quantities now, you are putting a lot of work on the kidneys. So excessive use of the herbal medication, it is now the #1 cause of our kidney failure in the country. And in the omunya kidney failure is the youth 50-30 echo and at 25 echo. That is where most people are getting the kidney failures. Yasa say to see our herbal medications adults, and then people are not going to the right herbal doctors. So, another cause of the kidney failure is exposure to heavy metals. Galamsey for waha. Galamsey for waha. Oma and they didn't come here. So a question is going onto the galamsey. What's the name of the metal that they use to extract the gold? It's called mercury. What's the chemical formula or chemical symbol for mercury? Hg. Why did they call it Hg? I didn't start with M and now the H I start. Good. It has a Latin name, which is hydragurum. Yasa say it is a metal which is behaving like water or liquid. So they're giving that Latin name. Into her and H. So people who are getting exposed to these heavy or toxic metals like the mercury arsenic, things of the chemicals people are using in mining, when it gets into your food and you are taking it in big amounts, the kidney also gets problem. Now, there is this substance which have been used a lot in our homes. Normally say, oh, hase yempese tefreba honey de guho. That is naphthalene ball or camphor. If you inhale it too much, some people, I'm told that some people even put it in their water to drink. It is dangerous. It can also affect your kidney and kill it. Into what Driana Senka was somewhere at your home. Now, cause another problem to your body. So, our naphthalene balls or the camphor, our herbal medication, large amounts, the mercuries that people are taking, not taking enough water, these are all dangerous things that can cause our kidneys to fail. And then the lady added one, smoking. Smoking is also one of the causes of kidney failure. Now that we've talked about the causes of kidney failure, opinion kidney failure, symptoms. I've told you about the functions of the kidney. So everything that the kidney is not doing, we'll be seeing it in the person. So what will be some of the symptoms if somebody, good, you can sit down and talk, What? Hey, it's all doing so much. A dredge. Swollen foot. So, because I told you that the kidneys, one of the work was fluid balance. It was the one which was balancing where to put the water. If the kidney stops working, now what will happen is that all the water will be thrown in the body. Early in the morning, you realize that around his eyes have all become big, puffy eyes in the mornings. And then the whole body will start to swell up. So the person will start swelling up. Into being we say nipa kono oye kesiye. What starts obedient so oye fine, but anya fine no oye. Insuo kesiye no oye. So around the eyes will start to become puffy. Then, because around the eyes we don't have anything holding it, it's easy for it to be seen. Then the legs will start to swell up. The abdomen will start to swell up. So if you see people with kidney failures, you realize that they are round. Or more year round. Which other symptom are we going to see? So, fluid balance. Which other symptom? The urine will change color. As a matter of fact, the urine will start to reduce because it is not producing the urine. So sometimes the urine will start to reduce in quantity. We said that we need to produce about 1.5 or 1 liter to 1.5 in a day. Now the kidney will start to reduce. We will start going 500 ml, 400 ml, and it will get to a time the kidney will not be able to produce the urine at all. Remember, if it's not producing the urine, it means all the waste product is still in the body. Which other function again? Which other symptoms? We'll have itchy skin. We'll have itchy skin. This waste product, when it is being poured into the blood, it will start to give you itchy skin. So the person will be waking up, he will be swelling, he will have itchy skin, the urine will not be coming. And I told you that the kidney was producing blood, right? So it means that his blood level will also drop. When the blood level drops, every small thing that the patient will do, he will feel tired. And then you will start to have dizziness. Then the head will start to become painful. they will start having headaches, and then you will feel as if the heart wants to get out of the body. The heart will be pumping, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What again? The blood pressure will start to go up because the kidney was also regulating the blood pressure. So since it's not working, your blood pressure will start to go up. And then most people will start to vomit, and then every time they will be feeling pregnant, as in they will always want to vomit. Now let's come back to Koda. When Koda realized that he was having kidney failure, what did he try to do? What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Yes, he talked to the wife that all my kidneys are going away. Can you give me one of yours? And the wife said, yes, fine, for better, for worse, right? So he gave one of her kidneys to Koda. So it means we are coming to the treatment. One, if the kidneys are not working, it means they are not working. So one of the ways in which you can solve the problem is that then go and get a kidney which is working. So now let me ask you a personal question. One can order kidney in a bemano. I say for almost. Ya wearing the able to be a channel back. Do I answer? I also be man and come on my own. And man don't be my own. Okay. So now, this is the problem. If the kidneys are not working, it means that. Let's move to the next slide. Next slide. I mean, who should be? Where we have the dialysis. If the kidneys are not working, long and short, we need to get a machine in which we can push all the blood in you through the machine so that the machine can wash the blood and then bring the blood back to you. And that is what we call dialysis. I told you the kidney is doing this work. How many times? Every 5 minutes. The blood will pass through the kidney and it will wash it. But if your kidneys are not working now, we have to go and get the machine and then run the whole blood through the machine. It will wash it and then bring your blood back. It costs 500 to 750 Ghana cedis to do one. So if you won't go and do one, then you get your money ready, 500 to 750 Ghana cedis. Then they'll do one for you. If you have enough money, you can do it 2 times in a week. But remember, the kidney was doing that work for you every 5 minutes. And you were not even paying for it. And so now we have the machine. It will pass through. Then you pay 750 Ghana cedis. And then the problem is that Nancy and Ebiba Koforidua, maybe Ukraine Eastern region, into Paya, and this is all Faka no Kwakra no Koye. That's how serious the thing is. And the moment you don't do it frequently, the waste will start to accumulate in your body, and all the symptoms we are talking about will start to happen. Remember, the machine is just cleansing your blood. It's not producing erythropoietin for you. One of the functions of the kidney was the first one, and then the air, it is just cleansing the blood so that at least we can get your blood back. So the dialysis is the first thing that we do. And when you are put on dialysis, it's for life. You are going to do it till death do us part. So if you think that it's becoming expensive, then you have to now go and get somebody who can give you another kidney. And for Koda, that was the wife. For you, I don't know who it will be. Remember, the person who is giving the kidney, meaning that is sacrificing one, right? So if, let's say, I want to give my kidney to Christiana, it means I have to go to surgery, then they remove one. Then Christiana will be on the other side, then they will put one in there. But the interesting thing about the body is that anything which is not for the body will reject it. It's a only problem, no. The body says that this one is just not for you. In the body there, the body did on pekro no cry. It will reject it. So that is the problem with it. So it means that the people who have to even give to you, they have to be very close to you so that the body will think that we are or sewa kakra and sana waje. Nese obi hunu bia entumi mfa saa kidney so emfema. Nese betumi aye wunua. Ana o maame, ana o papa. Nese obi a ono so owo enyama ni biti se wo a body ne betumi agaza. Eno kura body will try to reject it. Yasa, we also give you a lot of medication to make sure that the body doesn't reject the thing that we have. So in Koda's case, yes, they did the surgery, they gave the kidney, body started rejecting it. In the news, they said that the surgery cost over $300,000. Yeah. So the kidneys are very important too. The things to spoil the kidneys, they are very, 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 very small. Camphor no boy. 7 cities. Oh, okay. Camphor near 7 cities. Not dialysis here 750 a session. Herbal drugs, herbal medication, the cramp of the Okokra, Unim no call the betcho, and obey the acho. But oh, bad dialysis to the end, the young fan show. Insure Bako, 50 pesos, right? How much water should we drink in a day? 8 liters. 8 sachet. Obisi 8. Next, we are tobacco. How many days? 3 days. Is it then? So 5 of the sachet is not bad. 2.5 liters a day is not bad for the water we have to take in. So we need to take in a lot of water. So the take-home messages. Let's go. Take-home messages. We need to drink a lot of water. Take-home messages. I think that's the last slide. We need to drink a lot of water to keep our body and then our kidney working. We need to reduce the herbal medications we are taking. And then please, any form of swelling that you see on anybody, please report quickly to the hospital. Questions? Yanko. How will Osiba no crowd them misuro?
Say no. Say no. Doctor, yeah, that's it. Actually, my question is 1.5. Kidney disease killed my auntie, right? And I want to know. They say no issue between the kidney, and they wanted to extract it, but unfortunately things didn't work out, and she passed. I know she was resorting to herbal drugs. Secondly, you are saying that we should reduce the intake of herbal medicines. How about reducing the intake of orthodox medicines? I am informed. I can be ill-informed, but it is still an information. A lot of these orthodox drugs also can harm our kidney. So I want to find out, can we also tone down on that one as well? Which one is best for us? Thank you.
So, thank you for the question, Brackensford. So, the orthodox medication, for example, our pain medications that we have, Brufen, if you take more than 10 in a day, you can have a kidney failure. So, the orthodox medication, we understand that if anything, when you take it in excess, we are going to have a problem. Even the one we are not afraid of, paracetamol, right? You know that when you take more than 10 tablets of paracetamol in a day, you can get a liver failure. If you take more than 10 tablets in a day, you can get a liver failure. So it means that our orthodox medication, the advantage we have is that we have documented things that it can do. We know the dangers of it. And then it's the dosaging that is the main problem with medication. That is why when I came to the herbal medication, my catcher said, "Se wo call herbal doctor ho, na so oma we drona minsuro. But se wo tina fie na 1.5 liters. Oh, sorry. Wo tina fie anu 1.5 liters na me yesuro the amount. Esa say indra ya de ma hospital go e ma be say 15 mils and 10 mils anapa ewia enumbre obeka nyina ebom na akwa gosi 30. Obi otumi anu 1.5 liters. Na say eno makoma ye tu kakra. So one, the orthodox medications, we understand and we know some of them can be very dangerous to any part of our body. So we have dosages to it. If you are going to stick by the dosage, you can be safe. Now, what they described as water around the kidney, we have something called hydronephrosis. And that is what they describe. Normally, it's caused by a blockage in the tube that the urine is supposed to pass through. So what we do is that we just use a small needle to go into the water and then we draw it out. But truth be told, it is not the drawing of the water that caused the problem. The urine was backing back to the kidney. And it's like you've produced the waste product. Let's go away. Then we still go back to the kidney. That was what destroyed the kidney. So if they were going to help her, they were going to put a permanent tube. We call it a nephrostomy. We'll put a tube there so that constantly when the kidney produces the urine, then it will pass and then come out. Not through where you urinate from, but through your side. That's what we would have done for your auntie. Yanko. Hey, what's Obi?
Okay, so my question is taking it from my brother's point of view. He was asking about orthodox medicine. So, for example, somebody who is diabetic and has been put on diabetic drugs for a period of time, can it affect the kidneys in any way? And then, lastly, I want to know our lifestyles like excessive drinking. I think you spoke about smoking and taking a lot of meat and all those things, that they affect the kidneys.
Okay, how do I count? Yes, I'm really feeling now. I'm sure.
Say no. Pato Dr. Matana Kasanoka say ya Johnson na say Sprite fine. Ne do no pa ba Johnson a obi a Johnson no pa aya na eni ye. But we are no bo ye pa ya Johnson na different ba eno den na de ba na e de to so bi enu so. Say onya kidney problem a obetumi ayese ana so untimi ye.
I'm writing them, so let's go.
I want to know if kidney failure is hereditary. Okay, because sometimes you realize that someone does not drink, doesn't smoke. The person is not really fat, but then the person still is affected with kidney failure. And my second question is, what is the age limit that there will be a probability that a person will get kidney failure? And then, do children also get kidney failure? So this last one, is it that a person, once you give it like babies, okay, if they also get, then is it through birth or what causes that? Thank you.
Please, my question is, when your kidney is failing, at what stage will you see the symptoms and the signs?
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 here. So, I'll pick the first one. Also, normally, what you saw, what then them review, what you saw in the afternoon now, then you realize that the color is changing. So, what happens is that as you get up and you are doing your normal work, you start to sweat. So you start to lose some of your water. As you increase activity, the body starts to use the water in your system. So automatically, if you have not drank enough water in the morning, by afternoon when the sun is up, you would have reduced the amount of water in you. And the kidney being wise will also reduce the water to throw away, and that will cause your urine to start becoming a little yellowish. So if you want to prevent that, you need to take a lot of water in the morning. It's advisable that people are taking 2-3 glasses of water in the morning just to wake the body up. Sex during kidney failure. You can have sex during kidney failure. But let me tell you something. When your head is going around, dizziness, nase wakoma elbow peri peri, na wefu ashe, nase utiya weya. I think the last thing you'll be thinking about is sex. So you can have it all right, but because of the troubles you and now I think the last thing you'll be thinking about might be. So you can have it all right, but because of the suffering you might be going through, is it hereditary or can people get it? Yes and no. Problems na edebano, to say hypertension, diabetes, it can run through families. So if, let's say, people are having uncontrolled hypertension and they are getting kidney failures, and you don't control or you get yours, you can also get a kidney failure later. That's why I say that yes or no. Let's say, and yet chinchina say when ya kidney failure ninti wosu benya. But say a disease being a deba, necessary disease in run through the family. It means that most probably and shall also ube to me in age for kidney failure, most of them are 60 plus. Most of them, because most of this chronic disease, hypertension, diabetes, it normally comes after 50, no? So most of the people, by the time it starts failing, no more debate 60. Into why you do pension or babe enjoy pension salary, no? That time no not kidding, no. At the core. But because of Yasa, no, my concentration was on what the youth are also doing to get the kidney failure. That's why today I didn't talk about the hypertension, diabetes. I concentrated on what the youth are doing, the herbal and other things, you know, to get the same thing. That, but most of the times, you know, it's plus cystis, you know, hereditary, you know, we have a disease. We're seeing in a becca abomo. Disease in the China short ADPCK. Autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease. Now, autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease. That is a disease that can run through family, where the kidneys become excessively very big, and it has stores of water in them. So when a family has ADPCK, it means that we can have a hereditary kidney failure through that family. And when we say something is autosomal dominant, it means that everybody in the family know onyabi. Children can be affected by kidney failure because the same problem, no, we have some children who are even on herbal medication. Or more maybe. So children can also be affected by the kidney failure. Stages for the kidney failure. We have 5 stages of kidney failure. Stage 1, stage 2, 3, 4, and 5. Before I talk about these stages, you know, we have a test that we do to see how our kidneys are functioning. We call it the kidney function test. The test is going to look at the waste products you have in your blood, which we call it the creatinine. Also looks another waste product, which we call the urea. These are things that when we take a lot of meat, those are the waste products that we get. The urea and then the creatinine. And because the kidney also measures the salt in your body, the kidney function test will also look at sodium, potassium, and chloride. When we do this particular test, we'll look at your height, your sex, your age, your weight, and then we'll do a calculation we call GFR, glomerular filtration rate. It tells us how good your kidney is able to filter your blood. The highest you can get is 100. If you get between 90 to 100, we say that you are fine. Based on the value reduction, then it will tell us which stage you are in. So if you have from 80 to 90, then we start stage 1. When we say somebody is in stage 5, then he has 15 and less. From 0 to 15, then we say that the kidney, you know, it is filtering only 15% of whatever you give it. It needs help, and that is where we bring in the dialysis. So the stages, so we have stages. When we get to the stage 4, but by the time you get stage 3, the signs will start to show. By the time you start getting stage 3, the signs of kidney failure will start to show. Stage 1, you will not see anything. It is only the lab that will tell us that Yasa, the ability of the kidney to filter your blood has reduced. That is all. But by stage 5, will be giving you the dialysis. So, boss, your question again, what do you need free?
Okay, so I was talking about somebody being diabetic or hypertensive, having been put on a drug for a period of time.
Okay, so as I said, our orthodox medication, we know the dangers of it, we know the side effects of it, we know the adverse effects of it. Before a drug comes into the market, we do a lot of survey and they do a lot of things. So the drug itself, the hypertensive drug, the diabetic drug, doesn't cause kidney failure. But the disease, hypertension and diabetes, as it's not controlled, it will cause the kidney failure. It will not do so, but we know the side effects of the drug. So if somebody comes, not to order a drosua, or we do the implement, say, we say, nebe to me, ayo. What can I say, a borosua, but I mess a Sunday amount. But and yet, an effect which is supposed to kill you. It's an effect a boas a wash and a wound to me near as a salmon. I'll give you an example. One of the common anti-diabetic drugs, that's the metformin. One normal you mess and phone kakra, you may ya cry. So banners a wound to me, no must say no the amount. You get me? I think we've exhausted all the questions. Sikana Kai.
The last two questions.
Okay, last two questions. Yanka. Ask a question. You hear questions so Please, let's go.
Please, you are saying that dry and itchy skin are signs of a kidney failure. But I was told that when you move from where you stay, as we have come here for conference, and then the water you used to bath, it can cause the skin itchy. And also, the soap and the pomade we use, when you normally change them, it can cause that. Is that true?
Please, you said the children can get the kidney. I want to know what will cause that. The children. Yeah.
So you didn't hear a question. She also wants to know what will cause the children to also get there. So let's start with the dry and itchy skin. Yes, it's true. Since you've come here, some people just the change in the weather, some people just a change in soap, some people just a change in clothing, and other things can cause their body to itch. But I'm very sure that since you came, you are using your old soap that you are using. So most people are not going to get the itchy sensation here. You can also have it. So the dry and itchy skin, it is just one of the symptoms of chronic kidney failure. Okay? It is not the only one. It's so it's possible that we can be here and have it. Now, the question about the children with the kidney failure. Unfortunately, some people are born and then the kidneys are already not working from the beginning they are born. We call it renal agenesis. Kidney nekura unformed. Inti kakra na forming ntumi nye ejuma. Let me just tell you something small. Even when somebody is pregnant, the water around the baby is supposed to swallow the water and urinate the water back. That's what all of you did. Okay? Don't be looking at me. That's what all of you did. You will take the water inside and then you urinate the water back. So, if the water around the baby is a lot, it's possible that the baby is not able to swallow. And to swallow, we don't even think about it, right? Our brain. So sometimes the baby can be having a problem with the brain, it will not be able to swallow. Or if it swallows, something is blocking the intestines. We also have a lot of water around the baby. Sometimes the water around the baby is small. It's possible the baby is able to swallow, but the baby is not able to urinate the water back. So already by the time the child is born, just the small water around the mother will be telling us the makwadai or bakura okuta kidney problem na or the body dada. So we can even anticipate the babies who are going to have the kidney issues right from the time their mothers are carrying them, just by the water around them. So we have strange diseases. The one is what I told you about, autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease, which can run through the family. The baby will carry it as it's coming. Sometimes too, the kidneys didn't form at all, just because of some medications the mother took when the mother was pregnant. I think, is there a question? Yeah, Kasa last one now. So since we are banning to Yemen and Mr.
Observe say no.
So ungodliness.
Dr. Pocho, my question here, did it kind of about when I'm not kind. The person in business say, is it the only sign? What's that experience? Say, maybe our kidney no, any problem. Until I say, I attend to it and answer them. Maybe that's our question because me papa or me. Now, by the type and what can Udaria especially. Emma, it to me Bama. Or to me, question ye big red because and what it on 2 occasions now. Ye try Netunam Kaka hospital called Ye don't bear. Like I say, as a result, now ocean and back. In the Adiana course, and or we and your movie, we have inherited that thing. It's one day or no to go and a Kalmuno be beton, a drew, and I saw Toby. Into one shed dying Kaidri, but obey, from that time, no, we say, now the trigger can see a cry, every word area you know, wet yan a team or a dam. And the same thing is what many mechibo di mechimunu. We experience that in the power. And sometimes I have to scratch my skin with my hairbrush and brush me through before I me to me crash. And the person me business say to honor the and from that time the youthful age business issue be as a bia keen and a bit. Is there any other medical situation maybe to me a courses are there nana young compare Yasa and the second question, Mr. Abutre. The second question, sometimes they say doctors HTN at some point from to me say ebia yemfa patient in coffee yen command Ayarashe. Opinions me na sometimes no the information we receive. Yes, either say baby yare ndi ni pone dunu. Nothing can save the person. In one way or the other, we have found on Koso and more continue. I say, if you need some style. And we have other situations. I say, the medical application and fact for IRS. That means that sometimes doctors know, Mususu say, the condition behind Nippon problem no goes beyond the physical medical it has something to do with spiritual aspect. Into a bush and for non far accommodation in Kofina, treat at the end spiritual if it is a spiritual case.
Thank you. I'll pick it from the last one. So, hospital bed and your hotel. Over hospital, you share your idea be cool. Na ya swano. Nanka no wako no medro no awo fie Nurses for no money hotel attendant. Na what to na still wash ho. Ne show. And then say the main problem everywhere. Coffee, na kono drunk. And then that's what we do. So we have criteria for discharging people. Say we yamane drone. Ade or the buy in. Oba no so to me home. This is to me home. What's a hospital where there? Coffee. Apart from the ones that are chronic illness, no, I always say, see, I dear yaman, no, also bet to me a yaman with fear, no, Nessa Obako, no, Papa yaman. The crew woman say, in him say, ya didn't be a becoon, say, was a hospital, there, muho, and now, what to fear her. Time is swan, a becoon. And yes, say, boy, ye dream say, a yes spiritual, and a yes spiritual. Time so says coffee or coffee. As a matter of fact, say ye doctor, ye fine advance a doctor for or buy a honest and we say, oh, we a borrow me swan, tentama or better car time or say, go before froho, or no a word in the same, say or no enche, any friend refer no. Say, or before frost so enche, not or no so all cano, yenche. So we have a system of referral. Yeah, you should say, Boria Swa, you need the air co before for say, orange. Now, so what they call or before for a while, I saw money at the intina, one shall now one in the air breme. Say, and intina, me de air brown. It's also a shard anywhere, not so that bro, be say, wait in our de breme, my sherry to us. So it means that we can't keep the patient in the hospital for life. Unless a better hospital bed and then the better and yet now. Now, sister, no ho tonua, and no ho tonua. Mamega said no ho air tonua, or beko fear. And see, what we do in the hospital is that we don't even give up on people. Even when we know the patient is dying, we don't give up. A son say, a bit to say here, and we believe in miracles too. Say, and yamano to me as a son. Aside everything that we've learned, say Nyamani be able to miss a son. So we don't give up. As a matter of fact, the people we don't expect to die, sometimes these are the ones who die. And the ones we are even expecting to die, those are the ones I'm not most every year and go home. So we don't really say you the uncle Kofioko Yanyanasa. We send people home who are fit to live. Now, the thing about the itchy skin, we have a lot of things that can cause your body to itch. The skin is the largest organ in the body. It covers your whole body. Insuota egusu, eriabo egusu, cream biaona with the straso, edro with the straso, atadaona with the shaso. So the problems are many. It can start from the skin problem. Some people have very sensitive skin. And into normal soap cry or the jarepe no home back a cano. And into some of this soap are medicated soap and no air very low in offense all the paints, the chemicals, those are the things that people are supposed to use. Sometimes even the water that we use in the house, if there are a lot of chlorine in the water, your body will itch. And then to say, we say, tubura, be with fear, next will be at the Jada no Kana, go and call Ghana and water sewage, no member share sound soon. It's possible, say, we are chlorine or you will have some itchy skin. And we have other diseases. The common one is liver. Liver issues, even more than kidney. Liver issues can cause you to have itchy skin even more than kidney. And then before even the kidney. So the diseases are many. As a matter of fact, even if you get anemia, you get itchy skin. If you get HIV, you get itchy skin. And then we have a lot of other skin diseases, psoriasis, eczema. All of them can cause itchy skin. And then anytime the doctors don't know what is causing your itchy skin, then we give it very big names. So you better actually be to say idiopathic familial pruritus. say idiopathic say doctor ni madi adereba familiar we adwuma ewo ebusua no mu ne ho na ekeka ne yenim ne ya tro din ne kese ho IFP idiopathic familiar pleuritis doctor ni madi adeba so so that's what so there are a lot of so please the one with the itchy skin you can get to a skin specialist. That is, what's the name of a skin specialist? How do you call a skin specialist? How do you, your friend say,
Dermatologist.
Dermatologist, my famano. It's a dermatologist. So you visit a dermatologist, and a dermatologist will help you with the. But since we've been talking about the kidney, how do you call a kidney specialist? Sorry, Mantio. Radio. No. A kidney specialist. Nephrologist. It's a nephrologist. Let's I come a last one. Do you? Maybe it's the last one. I come a last 10 cities. In come the man and care. And I will be some question.
Kidney stones. How is it connected to kidney failure?
Okay, so we have something called kidney stones. In the hospital, we call it nephrolithiasis. Okay, so litho is stone. So renal stone or kidney stone. So who's the first? And now you are in China, Kasian, Kasianibi. Tisia Anapuna, Ababajin, no Yamina. Anapuna near Maya. I say, the first thing they were Abuan Kasian Kasian. So because the kidney is regulating salt, if we don't have, you see how we make salt? Yes, that the in China Sonuguana. In Sony free pena then the salt form. If you don't have enough of the water, we can have this salt coming together and making those big and then we can have some based on what is in it, we can call it a kidney stone. It's a new stone ankasa, it's actually salt. So it can be made of calcium, it can be made of uric acid, it can be made of cysteine. It can be made of different things. Now these stones, they can block the tubes in which the urine is passing. The tube is as small as this. The tube the urine might be passing through, it might be very small. So if you form any of this salt, it can block the urine from producing or from moving away. And then the urine will back up. And that is what we'll be having, what we call the Johnson eta the kidney, what we'll be calling the hydronephrosis. So we can have stones, it will block the movement of the urine, and then the urine will back up in the kidney. So that is where we have the kidney stones. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much. Oh, we can do it better, please. Just a quick one, then the vice chairman will continue. We will never stop being grateful to you, Doc. Yes, I don't know what the vice chairman is coming to do, but those are my preliminary words. We deliberately decided to bring our senior brother here to talk to us specifically on these kidney issues. And he said it right. We have been hearing this. It is now prevailing among young people. Yen emebuono and a kidney ade. I didn't so any abasu de na say una si wo kwan so anu no. Doctor on kanu sa me am kind sa na say me specialist into no. Eno anu no Na bibinya can we kidney, I can say kidney we in there. Oh, what to say. So please, I want to plead with each and every one of us. Take these measures seriously. I've been busy, but me buy no.